Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome to Ctrl Alt Ego, which is, okay, every time I don't touch it for a second, this monitor does weird things. I guess it's just flipping around different views of the room we're in. Alright, there's a little story with this. This game came out a while ago, and when it launched, Steam recommended it to me, and I looked at it and I thought, it looks like an indie, like, Portal type, you know, like a 3D physics puzzle game, and I thought, you know what, not in the mood for that right now. However, since that happened, two different people independently have described it to me as actually more like an indie Prey, and that's something I'm extremely on board with, basically any time. So, that's literally all I know about it. You are now as caught up as I am, potentially more. So I thought this would be a good thing to kind of just go into with no further information, especially if it is kind of an indie Prey. Let's just find out together, shall we? So there are standalone... Okay, yeah. Don't play the levels before you've played the campaign. Makes sense. Full continuous campaign with story, all the stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. Customize your immersion level. Insights provide local area hints. I'm going to turn this off by default. Here, let's turn off all the... I don't want to get all, you know, you kids on my lawn, whatever, but like... Modern games tell you what to do way too fucking much. I want to figure out what to do. And then at some point, you know, I'll throw up my hands in frustration and turn one of these back on, perhaps. We'll see. Recommended for wandering egos. Enemies react aggressively. Resources may occasionally deplete faster than you'd like. I like that. What is the real difference here? Hosts have larger egos, and the simulation is a little bit less forgiving. The word ego is being used a lot here in ways that I'm not 100% sure I understand all of the meanings of. If you are detected, each member of the AI squad that detected you receives a 50% ego boost. I don't know what any of this... We're going to take moderate because it's the default one. I have no idea what any of this means. Okay. Oh, also, we can change it at any time, so who cares? Your simulated immersive experience.
Right. I'm having trouble with the... Something's gone wrong. You're not supposed to start here.
Okay, so we're very floaty.
See if you can figure out... without me.
Okay, I mean, you can see kind of how you might get the idea that there's a portal thing going on here. So, near the emu, huh? It feels like we're in zero grav. Have like a little bit of floatiness. But I can't actually... Oh, what is this? This is my 0 point energy grabber, I guess. Okay. Can I grab stuff in the distance? No. Actually, I can't grab stuff while zoomed at all. Okay, well, here's the toilet. I don't know if that's... So we're not in 0G, we're just floating. I can just float is all. Okay, some objects is too heavy to carry, so the bars are an indication of that. Okay, I can kind of float upwards, sort of, kind of. I need to be near something to float upward, though, it feels like. And I can't get up any higher than this. So how did I get on those other things? Huh, I don't know. Okay, well, this conveyor module will probably be helpful. In fact, it's so helpful that I think we're probably going to take it with us. But before we do any of that, I'm going to turn the mouse sensitivity down a little bit. Less. I should probably change my default mouse settings. The fact that I have to turn the mouse sensitivity down to like 30% in literally every game tells me that maybe my mouse sensitivity is just too damn high normally. Oh, okay. My energy was very bad. Let's fix that. What is this? Oil. Okay. Congratulations on juice. You are definitely coming with me. No, you are too heavy to come with me. No, you're not. No, you're not. We couldn't pick up stuff that was 4 dots before, right? Okay, no. The 4 dots are not, in fact... a weight indicator. Because this is 4 dots, but not heavy. Interesting. So gun this way. I probably want gun. We know there's going to be enemies, so it would seem like... Okay, let's get our thing over here and have a look through that grate. I will say this. The controls are a little finicky as to like when a thing can be picked up. It feels a little arbitrary. There's places where it's obviously intentionally finicky, like the floatiness. Can I just rip the vent cover off? Oh, well that solves that problem. Okay. I knocked over my conveyor module somehow. Just press middle mouse to upright it. I guess. So it's interesting. Tapping it doesn't make the thing upright immediately. It's like it moves it slowly toward upright as long as you're holding the button. So you could use that button to rotate a thing in a different way. Oh, juice equals ammo. Okay. That doesn't really feel very in-universe, but fine. Shotgun it is. That's just more juice, as it says on the thing. Okay. Shotgun acquired. So Q shows us our tool wheel. Back quote is my grabber. Like this one? Okay. Oh, that's neat. The gun is actually like emerging from the grabber. Okay. I don't love the way my character holds this gun. It suggests an inexpertness that makes me a little uncomfortable. So does this want something? It wants a little round thing? Is that what I'm seeing here? Is it like a slot maybe? Well, I mean, I'm gonna, you know, just once though. That, yeah, had the effect I expected it to have. I'm gonna put this thing away before I hurt myself. Okay. So those metal supply things are just at 2 bars. Since bars are energy for me, maybe, and energy is probably supposed to be like an expression of health. Maybe it's just indicating the condition of the thing, how hard it would be to destroy it. We are not spending bullets on that. Actually, can I... I want to put this conveyor module on the other side here. Well, I knocked myself off, but at least I knocked myself off with the conveyor module. Okay. So if it turns out that we're not inside of a video game, then there's somebody in the world who is treating it like we're inside a video game. Perhaps a little bit of narrative clumsiness there. Could be. Okay, now we can get back if we want to get back. I guess let's keep looking this way. I just wanted to make sure we'd be able to get back. So that kind of looks like what the slot wants, but it's probably just a camera. That is some kind of live-in, I'm assuming, enemy. And there's a bunch of juice back here that we will totally come back for later. It concerns me that I was not allowed to pick up the flashlight. Although I guess, you know, there is also there's also a sort of security in if they don't give you a flashlight, then you know that you will never need one. So there's not going to be any leaning, I assume. Oh, okay, camera vision. So this camera just sweeps back and forth like a sprinkler instead of rotating. It's good news. Don't know where that bot went. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nothing to evaluate here. Being able to see them through the wall a little bit is actually really helpful. Yeah, no problem. No problem. No reason to freak out. Okay. Alright, well, you know, it's not 100% ideal. So those things were mums. Over here we got a dad. I'm just gonna juice back up a little bit here. Those ones only had 2 HP. And I was able to, at close range, execute one with a single shot. So... we don't have to kill these things, probably. But also, what if I just killed him? It seems like there's a lot of ammunition around. Oh. Okay. It is more aware of me than I would like. I'm not sure how it became suddenly aware of me. We can, of course, just murder our way through. I'm probably going to just murder my way through. Did the ones that we already shot, like, drop anything, or... no. Alright, well... because, like, I have plenty of supplies now, and it seems like, yeah, there's a lot more juice and health laying around, so... I don't know, they wouldn't give you this much ammunition if they didn't want you to use it. Hey, dude. This is not gonna work. Right, let's wait for him to look away. I thought I could, like, lean out between the crates just enough. But no, I cannot. Took a lot of damage there. Scurrying for the batteries. Are we being pursued? It's coming over to that door. Can it actually open that door? Ooh, okay. Anyway. Here's the thing. They gave me so much juice. Just slurp up some juice right quick. What's your deal? Hi. Are you trying hard not to look at me? Are we... you also have that just sort of like empty wireframe on your head. It looks like we can't scavenge parts from the mums and dads. Now see, juice we got a ton of. Battery, less so. Definitely has me concerned. We have enough spare juice to play around a little bit here. These are marked as supply containers. Let's see if they actually contain supplies. It seems like no, they just sort of crackle and dissipate and have no contents. Alright. Is any of this? Nope, just more juice. No tiny little D-cell batteries or anything. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to be more ruthlessly bloodthirsty in the future. There's something about the sort of the floatiness of the movement combined with the I don't know, something about the shooting physics. And this is probably, I'm comparing this to a 2-decade-old memory at least. Oh, probably more than that. It's, yeah, geez. But there's something about this that just feels like this old game Faceball to me. Faceball's movement wasn't floaty, but it was like kind of unresponsive in a way that mirrored floatiness. Hey there, pup. Are you alerting others to my presence right now? You have eyes that I don't like so much. What if I put the gun away? Am I allowed to pick you up with the grabber? Yes. I'm trying to merge the weird wireframe on the pup with this other weird wireframe. Nope, doesn't seem to do anything. Ooh, battery. Hell yeah. stroke.
No. This can't be right. It's the wrong kind of emu. Well done for getting this far, though. You'll have a lot more options once we get you the right kind of emu.
I'm not convinced that there is a wrong kind of emu. What about this computer? Dear Big River, I ordered an emu, that's EMU all uppercase, ego mode utility, not emu all lowercase, pointless desk ornament. First of all, pointless, how dare you? Secondly, an emu is so much more than a desk ornament. Words is tough. Ego and worms and discs, huh? Okay, Control Alt Leave.
Right. I'm going to Control Alt you out of there. Sorry, no sensible alternative.
Okay, so apparently our player character also had one of those wireframes. I guess that's just like... Is that what an ego is? Oh, you're here. That is surprising, considering all the changes I made to you. Why am I typing? Loading say.
Is this thing on? If you're hearing me, then it means your ego has been commuted successfully into this cat. With 0 errors
Okay.
and only 1 warning, by the way. It may take a moment to acclimatize to being a bodiless ego, but try not to worry too much. Now, you should be able to verify that I calibrated your eye to behave somewhat like a 1990s mouse device. Which means you should be able to look around. I've also installed your eye with an ego discovery mode. To engage it, pretend to hold down your virtual 1990s control key. You should be able to find an ego sensor emission on that other cat.
Ah.
Yes, do you see it? It would appear you're configured correctly. Apart from that 1 warning, but I think it's safe to ignore it. You can take control of that other cat. Hold Control to see its sensor, then click your virtual mouse device, and you will, nice. That went better than I anticipated. You'll get used to the unavoidable sensation of feeling slightly, sick. Anyway, see if you can find another cat, while I see if I can find you an emu.
Finally, a game that my 35 years of intense depersonalization have prepared me fully for. So, this is the one we just came from, given the way we're facing. This is something new. Right? Pretty sure.
Good news. God has an emu. God
Sure, that makes sense.
you can see out through the window. It's a little too early to explain to you exactly what a god is, especially as you've no familiarity with consciousness control.
I mean, it looks like it's just a big ego.
That is where all the consciousness comes from. Anyway, it may seem unlikely, but you can hop across to God from here. You'll dock at the emu port, and your ego mode utility will auto-install.
Sure, just become one with God. No big deal.
Hello? It's me. I'm over here. In the cat. I hope you can hear me all right. Look, use ego mode to find the tab module, while I try to open access for you to this cat.
Okay, ego costs to control is something we're going to have to take care of. This is a task activity broker. 90s style tab key functionality. Cool. Ah, we've got our UI now. I see. Read through your tabs by pressing tab to open the next tab. Thank you for choosing to control the tab task activity broker. Enjoy seamless emu integration, enhanced communications, host extensions, and more, all at a tap of your tab. The tab that's on your tab. Now press tab for the next tab. Meta info will appear here to help guide you through your Ctrl Alt Ego simulated immersive experience. I do so love an immersive simulation. Okay, now that I've got this, it's installed and it'll stay installed when we jump to other stuff.
The release notes say the tab module is user-friendly, intuitive, and self-explanatory.
Sure, sort of a personal electronic thing.
This, then, is what a god looks like from the inside.
Kind of what I always figured.
You can see a visual representation of the consciousness control stream. And that weird thing floating around insidiously, that's a parasite parasite. I believe it's feeding on the consciousness stream, and I don't know how or why, but it's taking control of this sector. And the worst part is, I really have no idea where it came from, or how it got here. As far as I'm concerned, it's theoretically impossible.
It does seem
That's
that.
why I need you see, to help me clean up this mess, to take back control.
Okay, do we have a plan for how we're gonna... I would require 1,000 ego. For that, I do not have it. It is currently uncontrolled. So that's what we jumped to. That's our tab. I can't take that body. I just gotta get out of this god. You ever had that feeling where you're just like, ugh, too much with this god?
If you're finding it hard to acclimatize to being a bodiless ego, that's perfectly understandable. But I assure you that ego is all you need around here. In fact, because of my work, ego is all anyone needs. I sense there's a little bug in the vicinity.
I'm sensing that myself.
Honesty, yes, I admit I did park it there earlier. It's all part of the plan. The plan to exploit bugs, to find a way to deal with that parasite.
Okay, I mean, that's straightforward enough. So I have no disk drive. I am unbreakable? Is that right? That seems pretty powerful. Also, from a physics standpoint, how? Okay, so this is something, a lifesaver. Ah. I would love to save my life. Sure? Cool. All right.
I expect at this stage you're wondering who you are and how you got here. I wish I could tell you. I can tell you who I am. I'm Dr. Everyman. I wrote the original ego sensor interfacing software. That's not a boast, just a fact. It was rather clever software, though, as events have demonstrated.
Okay. So I have allowed you to introduce yourself. Open the door, find the bug, etc. Okay, just open the access door. Easy. You know, there are some benefits to having an ambulatory body. Okay, so you just slot your brain into the door, pop it open from the inside, and yeah. I am not allowed to open these, nor can I fit through that tiny little entrance. But I can probably, yeah, just project my brain clean through a chain link fence. Seems like no problem at all. What does that say? Check tab. Head through to Egonomics. Okay, yeah, so host right tells you about whatever object you're plugged into at the moment. How do I save your game as often as you like? There are also automatic checkpoints. How do I navigate to that 002? I want to read the unread, but I don't actually know how to do that. M just loads up this tab. It doesn't really seem like you even need a button for that, really. One unread meta. Oh, left and right. Ha! Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Keeping left mouse button held down will hurry the hop transfers. What does that mean? Like, they already seem mighty fast. Am I allowed to? No, I'm not allowed to just take over the camera. So I guess we jump back to the bug. And we try to go around. Okay. I get the basic ideas. There is definitely like a lot of obvious ImSim potential here. I'm going to have to move these first. Where's my grabber? Ego fragments are residue from previous control events.
Whoa, ho, ho, ho. You just increased your ego. No sarcasm intended. You should be able to see your current ego rating in your HUD. Now, pay attention. This is important. In ego mode, you can see the ego rating of other hosts. And to control them, your ego needs to be at least as big as theirs. For example, the security door has a bigger ego than you, which means you'll need to save up that much ego to control it. It's simple economics.
All right, unfortunately, I think I parked the bug in such a space that I'm not going to actually be able to see that. There we go. Okay, we need at least 3 total ego. It does not feel necessary to me to save right now. This ladder is clearly not actually useful. Ow, damn it. So your body does bounce a little bit. Actual functional in-environment elevators. Is there cool stuff in here? Can I do anything from this? Tell me about my host at the moment. Print IM skill, go to... Okay. Yeah. It's weird that they put a thing in your meta telling you to do a thing, telling you that you can open your tab to look at stuff, because you have to have already done that to get here. It's also shown while experiencing the curious temporal interference between during transmission between locations. If you feel somewhat aggrieved at the plot summary rudely disappearing before you are able to read it, be grateful you have a fast CPU and then come back here. Yeah, okay. So this host seems literally completely useless. We can just read the data that is on it, which is not something I would necessarily save to a reel. Feels like a real waste of time. You could recreate that program when you need it. Inside of this digital tape device, you know, I clicked through very quickly. Did we grab ego from in there? Because I certainly wasn't at 3.4 before. Or is it the case that possessing new things always increases ego? Let's, yeah, ego gain on control. Okay. Well, we may as well grow as much as possible, right? Anything fun in this host? Thank you for helping yourself to my archived data. I guess I didn't actually look at the host file for that other tape deck we were in. Null pointer exception. Variable egg has not been assigned. Oh, hey, you know what I just realized is potentially a problem? Okay, you can go back to the bug even if you can't see it. I did the jump while I was still moving, so the bug, you know, slid to a stop later in the corner where it was no longer directly visible. There's an Ego Tunes player in the bottom drawer. Alright, well, that's worth a point of ego. Indeed, it is playing music. Oh, I wonder if a pup would be small enough to fit through that hole in the fence that we saw earlier. I can't actually operate an elevator, a ladder. I don't have any limbs, and my floaty bits are just they're not sufficient to the task. How would I get up there? Wait, we can jump into this camera. I spy with my little eye alternative routes, hostile deployments, resources, but most of all, I spy opportunity. Service unavailable. The sensor is offline. Well, I don't know how I would get up here and make use of things that I'm seeing. Oh, a cat snap. I guess we'll take a photo? Whoa. Alright. I'm assuming taking a photo is not always going to result in a... Oh, I actually can't even do it again. I guess there was just a lot of ego jammed into the printer slot here. I capture snaps of cool cats. Are you a cool cat? Hit the button and let's find out. Ah, but to landscape or to portrait is the question. I mean, not really. You can see that that picture is basically square. Yeah, just get on with it is the answer, I guess. I guess that's exactly what it means. Yeah, there's definitely actually ego over there. I mean, it's just a fragment, but it would be really weird if we couldn't get it at all. Anyway, in any case, we've got way more than we need. Okay, I was wondering if I could jump down there through to that door. This would be a cool place to hide a thing. All right. Oh, fall damage. There is no fall damage. Oh, cool. I do like to know that. Thank you. That is good information. So that's just the power thing. Let's open this little door. Okay, lots of interesting stuff in here. Let's borrow some ego from this oscilloscope. It sure is, you know, oscillating. That oscilloscope knows too much. Makes me very nervous to be around it. The shutter is slightly down on this, obscuring our view a little bit. I actually really like that. What do you know, little bug head? Put me back on my bug body, please. I know I'm supposed to have been banned, but it's plain you're not letting that deter you. Yeah, here's your problem. I don't have any graspers or anything. So, a tall canister of ether. Not a thing we can enter, just kind of a thing that's there and looking very conspicuous. Just jump around here a bit, I guess. Doesn't seem like there's too much to do in this room. I should probably get used to reading all the host files. Spinning up my disk to see if I have anything of interest to impart to you here. Nope, nothing. Sorry. And yet we're able to go here, which does feel a little... Look at it. Look at the ego fragment. We know. Ah, there is a mainframe over there. It does not seem like... Okay, I mean, is there something useful in here? No, there isn't. I can't transfer shit. Well, it doesn't seem like... Ah! That's fairly useful. The ability to open the door is pretty alright. Ah! Did I... Was there... Did I roll over that, or... Oh, I can't even pick up this oil. The drive's missing. Just gonna take a quick screenshot there. I can already imagine uses. A little bit of ego left in this machine. Oh, it has the same host file as the other one. You know, I feel certain... Oh, I can't get through. I feel certain that I've seen this basic mechanic in other things before, but I've been racking my brain the whole time we've been in here trying to figure out what I've seen it in, and I cannot, for the life of me, come up with it. So, okay, that's a place we've already been. We don't need to jump through the glass to there. This seems like an okay time to save. Alright, well, we really kicked the hell out of this ego requirement. Okay, it's not just a requirement, it's a cost. Bug-free zone health and safety advisory. Access is strictly verboten to all bug units. All bug access violations inside the bug-free zone are to be expunged immediately. Alright, well, we're going to need a place to hold our juice, I do believe. It's a database. Can I just... Ah, okay. I do have to pay ego to spit out the juice, though. I was going to have it just dump ammo all over the floor. I vend the ether electrolytic fluids, commonly known as juice. I don't vend anything else, just juice. Okay, that's pretty offline. There's all these tiny spaces I can't fit into because I am not a pup. So there's a self-loader over there. Bug trap active. Yep, and same deal there. Alright, well, they clearly want me to be able to get in here. What am I supposed to do once I'm in here? Oh, from here, I can see this pup, but its sensor's offline. I mean, the camera's definitely going to see us. Maybe it's fine? The thing is, I don't have, like, a grasper. Oh, hey.
What did you do? That's not supposed to happen. Try to stay calm. It will be alright.
It doesn't feel alright. Mr. Bossman has shown me a thing. Right, but I can just control stuff. I don't have to...
Oh, excellent. You found the pup. Use it to find a way out of there.
Huh, why was I allowed to control the pup after I was debodied? Is the meaning of bug trap enabled just that you cannot control this from a bug, or... Oh, the pup can jump and also balk. That's not quite what that means, but okay. Well, can't fit through there. Can I control anything in here? Seems the answer is no. Pup Scarpa is safe and won't be attacked so long as she doesn't cause too much bother. Well, hopefully that doesn't count as bother. Ah, I see. Bother is the thing that we actually can measure. And now we can go back and... Hello? We can go back and do quite a bit from here, I think.
Oh dear, it seems the bug-free policy is still being enforced.
Yeah, they take that shit seriously.
Still here, or there, somewhere. It's sort of inside Mr. Bossman. You can look at Mr. Bossman in ego mode to confirm. Ordinarily, simplest here would be to take control of Mr. Bossman and reprint your bug. But if you try that, you'll discover you can't control him. His sensor is blocked. So we first need to find a way to expose his sensor. You know, I know just the thing. Over at the launch site.
Okay. Head to launch control. Easy. I do not like the pup's huge human-looking eyes. Very upsetting. But I do like the prospect of picking up all that stuff we couldn't get before. Feels like probably we ought to just real quick. Nope, pup also cannot climb ladder. Thought it was worth a look. Oh wow, you can't step up even the tiniest little lip. Alright, we're going every place we hadn't been yet. Okay, you have nothing of value. What a surprise. Okay, so bug is not supposed to be here and is considered unsafe. Unsafe hosts will be attacked on sight. Your host may be toast, but you live on. Okay. Thank you for your participation in this unavoidable scripted set piece. Safe hosts will not be attacked. Avoid bothering hostiles to keep your host safe. I wonder if we had bothered Bossman enough for him to attack the dog, the pup, I wonder if that would have just meant this particular pup becomes unsafe in that area, or if it's as like if I just lose line of sight from it, we become fine again, or if it makes all pups unsafe in the area. You can't control an offline sensor. You're first going to have to make it online. Yep. All of this makes a lot of sense. Okay. There wasn't anything that we missed in here. How high do I jump? Not quite high enough to get up on a chair. Because as we all know, the dog's not allowed on the furniture. Aha! If you can jump on like the little leg of the chair, you can get up here. Let me jump up on this and that. I mean, even if I could get on this, there's no way I get up there. I was just trying to figure out if we could like parkour our way up onto the walkway. The catwalk. The pup walk, if you will. Or frankly, even if you won't. No fall damage! Okay. Hooray! Tiny, tiny amounts of ego! All right, was that it? I think that might have been it as far as stuff we couldn't get before. Oh, I don't think I went in this. No, I totally didn't. It's crucial to carry out rigorous testing to find mistakes and remedy them before anyone discovers how thick you are. I will say this, a thing that I do miss about being a software engineer is that it was frequently the case that if I did something embarrassing or goofy or whatever, it would just kind of live in secrecy in the back end and no one would ever look at it, so there would be no proof that I had done a dumb thing. This job, when I do a dumb thing, everybody sees it because everybody's looking all the time, always and forever. And it's, you know, it's just a little bit more stressful is all I'm saying. This would have been easier to get as the bug, probably. Ooh, I can totally jump high enough to get that, though. Sometimes. I am mashing space right now. The pup does not behave sensibly on inclines, is the thing I'm learning. There we go. Okay, this thing does not have a functional sensor. All right, cool. We're good. Exposed. Must I, though? Okay, so there's a dad base. We can just burn a little bit of... Warning. Hostile dad. Okay, so we've done that. Exposed dad. What is the deal with dad? I hereby grant you full and exclusive access to my dad shoot aperture. I don't, but I don't want to open that so much. For so many reasons, not just the sort of general grossness of it. All right. But the pup is safe. We'll just have to avoid causing too much bother. So if I step in the camera, I'm cool, right? Oh, okay. It does cause bother. But bother decays. I'm safe, but also I'm not supposed to be here, and the evil eye knows that. Am I allowed to be in here? This seems fine. Okay. Nothing of value in this host. Oh, I've been reclassified in a way that is a bummer. And I can't quite access that thing from here. And it seems like I may be unsafe permanently. Once an enemy's bothered level reaches 100, your safe host will be reclassified unsafe. To avoid causing bother, okay. The rate at which bother increases takes previous infringements into account. You can inspect enemies in ego mode to assess their attitude toward your current bot. But only if you can see them, which is like sometimes pretty dangerous. I do not wish to raise alarm.
I'm not me.
Okay, hey, look, we did it. Serialization, something I've always struggled with. Ethermatics is the branch of physics that describes material to data and data to material transformations. By taking control of a serializer, you can serialize and deserialize local ethermatic objects. To facilitate identification, an energy readout is displayed when looking at ethermatic objects, such as this thing. Maybe? No, probably not. Something over here. Nope, this actually seems like 0 value. Okay, what I learned today. Ego helps me control stuff. Tab is my friend. Death is not the end. Pups are small and safe-ish. Dads can teleport stuff around. Can they now? Huh, I have no idea why holding W makes this happen. Oh, I see what it was saying. I can, like, cook stuff off and then reprint it using the same process that was used to destroy my bug. Okay, well, what would I... Where would it be useful to print this? Okay, now that everything's been controlled, we're cool to just walk over here. But I can't jump up on you. So I guess at this point, what I actually want to do is just consume the pup. And then we print the pup over here. It's a weird process. Ow. The batteries have way more real world collision than I was expecting. I'm very surprised to have so much trouble getting through that. All right, fine.
There's a bug box near here, presumably with a bug inside it. I say that like I don't remember arranging to have it boxed up there waiting for you. And see, your pup has a disc.
I do see that.
It's no coincidence either. If you unbox the bug and give it the disc, the bug can install the disc program and gain additional functionality, which I think might be important. This should be a lot less harrowing than what happened to you back there. Sorry about that, by the way. I partly blame myself, partly.
So, like, we're all still in simulation space, right? I'm not 100% sure I'm following, like, the whole plot here so far, because, like, we're still in simulation space, as made very clear by that note the pup found. Ah, damn it. I did not mean to go flying over the top of that like that. So I guess I'm not sure what the point is. Oh, okay. Well, apparently we just cannot climb this one. All right. Pups belong on the ground. That's the thing. Dear customer number 73, to help you acclimatize to your new level of freedom as a qualified ego, we would like to assure you that there are multiple routes. Okay, yeah. It's an immersive sim, in theory. You're extraordinarily unlikely to get stuck. You can make a mess, and that's fine. If you find yourself thinking this feels like it wasn't intended, cease thinking that immediately. Anything you can do was and is fully intended. Even if I didn't think of it, I thought of that. It's not rocket surgery. Just find bug 22, you big dummy. Use the filter wheel emu add-on to help find and select sensors to control. Okay, you can also hit X to filter out the currently selected sensor if it's getting in the way of the one you want. Yeah, that seems like it might be an important thing. Oops, I was trying to just exit this, but that's right. We're not in a menu right now. We are in an object in the world.
What is that?
Right, I didn't really think about the consequences.
This is wrong.
Okay. So dads can't move. But now we have control of a dad who can, in theory, deposit the pup up there if we want it to. Yes, I know. Also, I'm just gonna maybe remove a couple of the objects in this area so that our little pup friend can get around a little easier. We'll do that drop it off on the ledge thing in a minute. Top and bottom. That's the catch. Can I don't know if I can get that with a jump. Okay, I can. Ah. Damn. Well, I definitely don't want to just run right into that. Let's explore a little bit more first. Dear customer number 73, the transmission subsystem of your new bug is designed to consume ether electrolytic fluids. The famous Just Juice snack products are examples of ether electrolytic fluids and are widely available. It's like robot Gatorade. Okay, we're totally going to do that, I swear. Also, at some point I will remember how the rules of the game work. And I will stop trying to use escape to back out of objects in the world. Ah, shit. Alright, let's have a look at what's over here. Looks like maybe not actually all that much. Oh, there's definitely stuff. A bug trap. 2 ego to control. It is armed. Disarm? We could also have just detonated it, I guess. It can't move, but it can turn. Bring me bugs and I'll make you some toast. That's not how toasting things work. However, I'd just like to clarify, I am absolutely not a repurposed toaster. My I am not a repurposed toaster shirt has an awful lot of people asking questions that are already answered by my shirt. We are very sorry to hear you are not overly impressed by the aeronautics bug program. Before acceding to your refund request, please ensure you have tried the following remedial steps. Do you have sufficient juice showing up in your EMU juice gauge? We recommend you maintain at least 1 full bar at all times. Have you tried worm hacking the disk? If you have, apologies, your warranty has already been invalidated. Have you tried switching your bug off and on again? Get it? Because that's like a thing that computer people say. And it shouldn't be a common solution, but it is due to the fact that Windows is fucking trash. Especially at memory management. And it's almost always just easier to reset the machine than it is to try to figure out what the fuck it's doing with your memory. Okay, that's just juice. There's not anything over there except juice either. Can I squeeze through here? I totally can. Ooh. What is your deal, matey boy? Oh, if you're unsure what a host does... Ah, see, I had already figured this out. A small charge for a big recharge. I'll gladly help keep any and all of your energy-driven hosts in pristine shape. Just point me at them. Okay, so you can pay for energy, I guess. Pay the little matey boy for a recharge. What else is going on around here? There is that lifesaver. There is the dad base. So if I take over the dad base, all it really lets me do is open this to provide a dad early enough to take it over and to disarm it before it could possibly have actually done any damage. Oh, I didn't think that was gonna Huh. This dad can print another dad. That's really interesting. Where would we want another dad? I don't know. What happens if you do one of these? Okay, nothing. Alright, give me that pup. I could have done that in a place where I could still see the pup. Might have been a good idea. So we could drop the dad's son up here in case we needed to get through here with the bug. Okay, that printer is offline. All the printers are always offline. Try filtering for secure sensors. Okay. Alright, so you can still see the other ones. They just don't, like, lock on. Well, I don't want to... Show me all. I am capable of perceiving the sensors myself, thank you. Use performance monitors to facilitate advanced self-worth analysis. Each stat is scoped to the current loaded area. In all cases, 0 is the best score. Okay, so yeah, this is just the... When you beat a level, the stuff it shows you. Number of times your unique ego signature has been identified. Yep, that seems bad. Number of enemies remaining. So in theory, it's sort of kind of scoring you on kills or whatever, but we don't know if these numbers actually do anything. Okay, so we have some lift controls. Ooh. Let's turn this off. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. It was already off, actually.
Aha, you're here. Or there. One of those. I think you're ready to show Mr. Bossman who's the boss man. You just need to get back to him. There's probably a maintenance route through the air cooling system or something.
Yeah, probably. That makes sense. Isn't there always? What's on this iPad? Maintain your bug. Oil promotes healthy internal ether electrolytic conversion. At Conscious Robot Services, we take bug maintenance extraordinarily seriously, and we recommend you do too. Yeah, well, I will. I'll get to it. Damn it, I did it again. So the door's open. The Perfmon. Ah, I see. Not just at the end of level, but also just kind of like in places around the level. So, I mean, I think the implication is that taking that lift is going to finish this area, right?
Here's a bit of side information you might be interested in. I used to head up a research team at Conscious Robot Services Research Facility. You may have seen their CRS logo dotted about. We made some cool stuff, like bugs, for instance, which were originally intended to be a kind of non-sentient mobile valet. But once we, and when I say we, I mean I, cracked the consciousness interfacing problem with my ego sensor prototype, it became apparent that if a human ego could inhabit the mind of a bug, well, then why not any digital signal processor? And of course, that begged the question, what is ego if it doesn't actually require a human host?
So listen, I wasn't trying to build the apocalypse, but I may have this a tiny amount. Ooh, hello. Okay, so these things are basically just, they are hidden ego printers. Oops, that's not what I wanted. What I want is, yeah, my pup. Good place to have used the filters, I suppose. So I think we actually are going to have the dad put the dad's son up here in order to get where we're going. Because the bug's not going to be able to make it through that space, right? Then again, there are probably other solutions, like printing an ether canister into the area and then just blowing it up. Yeah, this should be fine, right? Okay, now there's room for the bug to get through. It does feel a little weird. I think I nudged one of them. They seem very volatile. Also, you know, a glossy JPEG of a cat. That's easily as valuable as ego. There is something on the wall behind that plastic supply crate. Also, there's just a computer in the toilet. Okay, weird. Taking control of the toilet gave us a bunch of ego immediately for some reason. Yeah, there's a vent back here. Alright, I can kind of move the supply crate, yeah, by just sort of jamming my face against it. Where does this go? Huh. Economics upper arse end. Does this open? No, but it's destructible, and we're about to get a dad here, so. Okay, we are above that room. Running into this stuff really hard. Okay, does allow me to push it out of the way. Yeah, and then we're just up here. So we could jump to the dad. There's a matey boy up there. The matey boy can't walk around, can it? Nope. Oh, there's actually a walkway that extends... Huh. All the way around there. What's going on in this iPad? Okay, it's just the instructions about the perfmon again. Well, I guess let's spawn the hostile dad so that we can dehostilize it real fast. Now see, that's interesting. What you reckon's up there? You know, I'm just going to turn the thing off. Why don't I just unmake it? Save myself a point of ego. Also, obviously, this panel's got to go. I do like crawling around in the ductwork. That's inconvenient, though. It may well be the case that this is how you're supposed to get back from going up on the ledge. Oh, I can't actually, Is it possible to get the dad to destroy the fence work up here? Holding right click just brings up this completely worthless reticle. I mean, when I look at the fencing, I don't get a bar or anything for it, so it probably isn't actually destructible. Can I push this off? Oh, this is real sturdy. Okay, well, that's a security iris that I have no way of accessing. Hooray for the lack of fall damage. Very curious that you can even get up there. Over here we have a god dock. You know what? Let's pop into the dad real quick. Okay, this feels like a verification. The dad cannot, in fact, destroy a fence. I have one more thought. Pup, I'm going to pick you up for just a second here. So I picked up that, that bug trap, yeah? Let's go ahead and control it after all. And... Alright, cause an explosion. It looks like it has had no effect on the fence. Alright, well, that was worth a shot. Yeah, no effect whatsoever. It has left behind a piece of circuitry. Okay. Well, I thought it was worth a try. There's for sure something over there. Oh, man. This game has a lot of, like, secrets and places to wiggle around and find your way into and cause trouble in. And I am extremely into that. I'm so very into that. That's a dad there. It's just laying on the ground underneath some... Huh. Okay, no, I guess that's fine. You are freaking me entirely out. I hate that very much. All right, here's the deal, though. Probably this would be a good time to stop for the day. So I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, we're just going to overwrite a save file. Why not? I have no idea how to read these. That one says chapter 1 on it. It'll be easy enough to tell what we're coming back to. So that, I think, is going to be it for us for today. And thank you all so much for watching. My intention here is an hour of gameplay approximately every weekday until we have done whatever it is we've done here. They haven't really given us a motivation yet. I'm just kind of going wherever I can go and doing whatever I can do. But once that has yielded its outcome, we will be done. So, if you come back next time tomorrow, having about another hour of just kind of tearing ass around this space station and melting everything we can find. And we'll see you then.